Hi, this is Pamela Riemenschneider for Blue Book Services, and we are here with Produce with Pamela. And I was out of the office last week, and apparently the lettuce hit the fan. So we had some issues with romaine. Tell me a little bit about what happened, Greg.
Yeah, I was covering this in your absence, and there was not an official recall, but there's an outbreak and with romaine lettuce, and there was an official advisory that basically took all lettuce off the market 2 days before Thanksgiving, which was devastating to lettuce grower shippers. And so that went on around Thanksgiving break, and then earlier this week. The produce associations and some of the prominent grower shippers of romaine lettuce got together and came up with a labeling system where they will clearly label where the product was grown. And so it's a different area than is involved in this outbreak, which basically happened during October. So now we're way past that time.
So, at first when I read about this labeling, I was a little confused. Why is this important? But it's important to note that the outbreak that is currently going on, or is most likely over, it was tied to lettuce grown in California.
Yeah, that's right. They're showing that. And so lettuce grown in other areas, which is where it's going now. I mean, it's mainly like Yuma and Imperial Valley. It can't possibly be involved in this current outbreak.
And this reminds me of the back of the spring when we had the CDC advisory for an outbreak that was tied to lettuce in Yuma, and they advised that consumers not eat romaine, grown in Yuma, but there was no way for consumers to tell if the lettuce that they were picking up at the store was grown in Yuma or not. A whole lot of confusion. So now grower shippers are signing on to label their lettuce. What do we think it's going to look like, and what's that going to tell consumers?
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out it's really the big grower shippers, Church Brothers, Dole, Earthbound, Fresh Express, Taylor Farms. And I've been trying to get a hold of them all this week. I did get a hold of Bill Goldfield at Dole, and he said that Dole lettuce packages will clearly and prominently show packaged romaine products to the growing region and harvest date. So I don't know what it looks like yet, but if he says it'll be prominent, consumers will easily be able to see that. And so if they're concerned about where it was grown, the answer will be right on the bag or however it's going to be packed.
All right, yeah, and there are some market implications that we're going to talk about in another video here on what it means for consumers going forward, and then also what it means for the marketplace, for who's financially responsible for the lettuce that could not be sold. So thanks, Greg. And again, this is Pamela Riemenschneider and Greg Johnson for Blue Book Services.